Welcome to the ship show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, what the fuck? And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Hello.
Man, how are you doing today?
Oh, hello, Daniel. Welcome.
Howdy, Daniel. I hope you're having a good day. Huzzah! We made
Huzzah.
it through the weekend.
What? Okay, I'm looking at your thing. It says tired midnight blogger. What blogs at midnight?
Yes.
What blogs? It feels like who blogs at midnight. It feels like that would be correct. But what? It's fucking with me. Like I don't know if it's fucking grammar, but like it's weird
Okay.
to me.
So we're not 8 minutes in, so I got to be careful how I say this. But there's a comedy superhero show called The Tick.
Oh my god, that's like some 25 years ago.
You got it.
Oh my god, wasn't that Patrick Warburton that did that voice?
I think so. I think I
had a very manly voice. Hello,
yes.
Miss Frosty.
Yes, I am mighty. Yeah, that guy.
And he had that little weird sidekick with him. I vaguely remember that.
Yes. Well, one of his chief villains was the mad. I got to be careful because YouTube is mean, but someone who plays with explosives, the mad person like that.
Oh, like Kaczynski?
Yes.
Kaczynski. Okay, the unit.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So instead of blogging, it is something else. And YouTube will ding us if I say it. So that's what I steal that from. It's just my really cheesy thing.
Because I was sitting here like, is that bad grammar? Am I just goofy?
Oh, it's terrible grammar. That's
okay.
The point.
So I'm sitting here like trying to figure that out. Like maybe I just don't understand. Maybe it's like Elizabethan grammar, and I'm just not smart.
No. Forsooth, thou dost take these elements and blow them into tiny bits in thy mercy.
I'm trying to think of some Elizabethan way to say candlelight.
I used to read it so much, but I haven't read it in so long that I don't think in it like I used to, but I know I'm weird. Hello, Ms. Frosty. It is indeed a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of fun things are going on in the news?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let me look at my thing real quick. Okay. All right. I'm an idiot. I clicked the thing before going to the thing. Shit.
Madness. Yeah. It's madness.
I know, right? It's clumsiness, truly.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start with some local news today.
Woo!
Well, the Edmond High School here in Oklahoma decided to do the dumbest thing they could have fucking done.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of the dumbest fucking things they could have done. Well, here in Oklahoma, for those who don't know, a lot of the Republicans like to parade around occasionally with large flags on the back of their truck, which, wave your free flag. That's all good.
Yeah.
But apparently Edmond School told this kid he couldn't do it because it might cause a distraction in the parking lot, which to me sounds like absolute horse shit. Because, oh, hold on, my door's closing. I hate when it does that. Fucker, stop that. There we go. Fucking dumb door. Anyway, yeah. So, if you decide that you want to have all the Republicans in the area
mad at you,
what's the word I'm looking? Converge on your school. This will do it. So, here's what this looked like today.
Ooh, let me get oh my gosh.
Oh yes, everybody. Because this happened like 2 days. It happened like Friday or something, or I don't know. This happened Friday, so they had the entire weekend, and I think 50 vehicles approximately decided they were going to show up and do like this long convoy around the school area with their flags waving. And almost everybody who could had at least 5 flags. This one's got 3. This one's got I think 6. This one might have 10.
Yeah,
don't
that's a
fucking
lot
know.
of flags.
This one's got like, I don't know what's going on over here, but hold up. Yeah. They all got ready in this one parking lot that was like a block or two away from the school. Everybody got ready, and then everybody followed everybody, and they just kind of did circles around the block, I guess, a few times to because I mean personally I would have gone through the school myself. Like I would have gone through their parking lot, but you know, I'm feisty like that, but you know,
Right.
they might gotta, but yeah, like yeah,
Well,
and then I saw a TikTok where this kid, I guess he had like little flags, and I guess a teacher or school official took them, and this other kid was like videoing it. But I can show that here in a second. But let's see.
you know, I have a good friend who's a teacher in Edmond. He did not discuss this.
Oh, I
Interesting.
wonder if he may have been the bad guy. I don't know.
We'll find out. I hope not, but then again, I've been kind of hopping up and down on my channel that my friends that I thought knew better are saying some really, in my humble opinion, some really silly things.
Right?
So,
like, hold on. I will find the video the kid had. No, hairball. I don't know why I started doing that little, you know,
right?
when I'm videoing. I don't know exactly. Okay, what is it?
Ms. Frosty is saying that that's BS.
I absolutely agree. Anyway, it's a very short video.
Yeah.
If I look terrible on camera, it's because it's at a funky angle, and I apologize. Ooh, what is that? Ooh. Okay. Anyway.
Hand out American flags. And he's doing what? Taking your flags? Yep.
Yeah, so the guy in front of the staff member has a handful of the kids' flags.
Oh, yeah, that's not my friend. He may be the bad guy in another thing, but not
one person involved. I'm sure it's a few. But again, I mean, your friend might not have had anything to do with it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he didn't. But
so of course, this kid is rabble rousing, but I think in an okay way. But I also don't know what happened before they turned the camera on. So I don't know if he was trying to like get kids riled up into class and hand it to them during class, or is this between class? I don't know. But I have to say, it definitely looks bad that the guy took all the kids' little mini flags and has got a whole handful crumpled up in his hand as he's walking.
Right.
And the kids follow him, so I'm assuming he's being taken to the principal's office. Is my guess.
Well,
so yeah, I think that's absolute crap. So I don't know what Edmund thought was going to happen.
You know, if it was Mustache Man's flag, I could kind of understand, but just almost any other
though, yeah,
should be fair game, like a rainbow flag or any other flag should
Irish
be
flag,
fair.
Palestinian flag, you know,
100%.
I do. I hate to say it, but I do feel like if the kids got together and put some Palestinian flags in the back of the truck, the same standing up for their freedom of expression would not have had the same turnout.
I wonder about, I'm sure you have a point.
But I'm still glad to see that they defend it because it also sets that precedent that
exactly.
made. And so that's important to uphold.
Quit trying to take down our American flags, dang it.
Merc. Even though I'm not exactly proud of America, some of this behavior recently.
Well, yeah, but still.
Right. Oh, and so this funny shit show has been
going on. You showed me these videos. You shared them on TikTok.
So this guy who died because his yacht sank. Weird, the crew survived, but apparently him and his daughter did not. That's interesting. I wonder why. I think the crew was bought and paid for.
I don't sense anything.
But he was sued by Hewlett Packard, and Hewlett Packard lost.
Yeah.
And they were pissed. And now the guy is dead. And actually his co-defendant, as you see here, died this article here says he died in a car crash days before, where I read that he was hit by a car. So the story seems a bit key. But yeah, for some reason the tech billionaire and his daughter that were on that yacht both died, but the crew survived. I find that weird because I'm wondering if the crew helped do it, like they got paid to look the other way or what.
I don't doubt it.
Because how the hell they leave and didn't take the boss with them or make sure they were okay or fucking something?
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the CEO of Telegraph?
Oh, believe me, we're going to get to that.
Okay. I will not spoil it then. Won't spoil it. Stephen
A
Chamberlain.
co-defendant of the British tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch was killed in England after being struck by a car. See, that's what it was, struck by a car. That's not saying what did this say? A car crash? See, a car crash gives me a different vision. I
Yes.
picture him being in a car and it get wrapped around a pole or fucking something.
Right
This said he
on.
got struck by a car, so it sounds different when they say it like that. And
Yeah.
one video said I saw that said the person talking it said it happened the same day, which he could have just been mistaken. So I don't know. But what are the odds of this in general? So
I don't know, but probably not very high.
let's piss off a really rich company.
Yeah.
Anyway, but killed after being struck by a car just days before Lynch and 5 others went missing when a luxury super yacht sank off the coast of Italy on Monday. Well, others went missing, but as far as I know, the crew was found. But
I think if memory serves, that video said that only the billionaire and his daughter, I think.
Yeah. And that's kind of wild. Divers brought 3 bodies in bags ashore. Okay, 3 bodies.
3.
2 other bodies were found in the wreckage.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's not what I heard originally. So
me neither, but that's okay.
It was unclear whose bodies were found. Do they not have a way of reading fingerprints? Stephen Chamberlain, 52, was a former Autonomy Corp executive who was acquitted alongside Lynch in June of charges of multi-billion-dollar fraud case related to Hewlett-Packard's $11 billion takeover of Lynch's company. So basically, for those who are new to this, he's basically Hewlett-Packard thought that he fluffed up the company to make it look like it was worth more than it was. So that's basically what they think the fraud was about.
And evidently, there wasn't any proof, because
Right.
otherwise he would have been proven guilty.
Well, that's not true. But
Well, okay. Well, let
me.
me put it this way. Maybe I shouldn't assume this, but I think that Hewlett-Packard has enough money that if there's even a slight chance that there was proof of him being guilty, they would have found it.
Well, I guess they weren't able to bribe their way into the court verdict that they wanted, so they did this instead, because who else would do this?
Right.
Chamberlain was fatally struck by a car on Saturday while out running. Okay, so that's definitely not a car crash. Okay. His lawyer, Gary Lensberg, said in a statement, "He was a courageous man with unparalleled integrity. We deeply miss him. Steve fought successfully to clear his good name at trial earlier this year, and his good name now lives on through his wonderful family." Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, if I bought Hewlett-Packard stuff, I wouldn't buy it anymore. But my computer is a custom build, and my monitor is Acer.
Right on. Right on.
I don't know if Acer's name is clean, but at least in this particular instance,
As far as we know, it's not
right.
connected. Yeah.
I do the best I can.
I know.
So
It's almost impossible to not end up buying or
right.
something.
Oh, the poor chef, he apparently died as well.
Oh man.
Poor fella. Three other people are still missing and believed to be Lynch's 18-year-old daughter, Hannah, and Bloomer's wife, Neda, and Morvilio's wife, which I don't know who that is. But let's see, this is from August 21st, so I'm assuming developments have happened since then. But I figured I could bring this to people's attention and they can go on the rabbit hole and check it out.
Yes.
All right. And then it was this. Now, this is the only place where I have seen this mentioned right now. So, but apparently, they said after the University of Texas, all the students who knelt during the national anthem were rounded up and removed from scholarships. Now, like I said, this is the only place I've seen it listed, but I think that's horseshit. And
I understand.
Because a scholarship is something that you have worked to earn, that you have, you put your skill set to get you that. Because a lot of people are going for the same scholarships. So you're basically taking something from someone that they've already earned.
Right.
And I think that's kind of a crap fucking move that they did there. Now, people might argue, well, those kids shouldn't have done. People have protested at colleges since forever, especially since the Vietnam War up to now. Yeah. So now we're going to take their fucking scholarships away? Come the fuck on.
Well, and that's a big part of the freedom of speech. And that's what I'm always hopping up and down about. I can't then turn around and then say, just because I don't like this, and I'll be honest, I don't. But
Right.
having said that, I can't then say, well, they have the right to do that.
I'm one of those
When-
people that I wouldn't necessarily kneel. I might just stay seated and not get up for the national anthem, maybe, but I might not kneel. But that's still. But I also wouldn't bitch at somebody who did stand if they wanted to. Like I'm not.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And
100%.
because that's their right as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's really shitty they did this to these kids
Yeah.
because, I mean, nothing says, hey, enjoy, appreciate the country and with all your freedoms. Oh, but we're taking this away.
But not that one.
Right? Because the burning the flag was, the Supreme Court decided long ago that was protected under freedom of speech. And this is not even burning the flag.
Yeah, I know.
It's not even that bad. And so, like, I feel like this is I hope these kids do something about it. I hope they fucking, fight back on it. I really do.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's get this in order. Let's see what we got over here.
Oh, the FBI.
Oh, this motherfucker right here.
I saw him today testifying with Bongino. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, apparently they redid the title, I think.
Oh.
It said Eric Prince was right here just a second ago. I highlighted it. I just refreshed it to see how long ago it was, and it's added
And
the Blackwater chief. So I don't know why they added that, but okay. I wish I'd read it before I refreshed it in case they changed something. Damn it.
Yeah, who knows?
I didn't expect that they had done that. I should always expect that. Ex-Blackwater chief Eric Prince under FBI investigation on the allegations of arms sales to Libyan militant commanders. You know what? It would fucking surprise me. That dude is such a militant hoe. He will, like, pimp out to the absolute highest bidder.
Right
on. Dang. Like, I hope they get him. Maybe this is like the whole, what's that gangster that got nailed for tax evasion?
Al Capone.
Yes, they couldn't get him for anything else, but they got him for that. I hope they at least get him for this, for all the dumb shit he's done before and got away with. I hope they at least nail him for this. By God, at least get him with something. This dude is such a fucking prick. I have talked shit about Eric Prince for as long as poor Curtis here has known me.
That's all good. That's all good. I wouldn't even have known who he was if you hadn't have told me. So,
I take a bow. I am glad to help.
Eric Prince. Oh man, someday your prince will come.
Mine's in Tulsa at the moment.
Yeah,
But yeah, so yeah, Libyan militants. I don't know why, but like right now I'm picturing the first Back to the Future where he stole shit from the Libyans.
Oh yes, yes.
Like, I'm picturing that. I'm picturing them chasing,
Yeah, sadly, I'm seeing Eric Prince going, "Great Scott!"
Oh my God! I need to find a way to AI to do that. I need to find an AI to do it. That would be the funniest fucking shit.
Give him the weird wild
him
hair. Great Scott!
Yeah, this is what's going to happen if Eric Prince rolls over on the Libyans and it starts showing like a little Eric Prince face on Doc's body and watching him run while the Libyans are chasing it.
Oh, man.
If somebody knows how to do that, please do it because that shit will be fucking hilarious.
Well, I wondered, because he hasn't been in the United States for a while that I knew of, and he came over and testified, and I was like, I wonder if there was like an FBI thing waiting for him somewhere.
I thought he'd been back and forth a few times. But
well, he probably has. But,
I haven't really been like there's so much to keep track of. It's hard to keep track of.
I can't keep track of it all. No.
The FBI has initiated an investigation to Eric Prince, the former head of the private military firm Blackwater, over allegations of illegal arms sales, money laundering. Oh, it gets better and better. And connections with foreign intelligence institutes. Well, no fucking duh. That almost
that's almost.
That would just be petty.
Yeah, honestly.
It looks like if they're tacking on something like petty charge, then they're really going for it. I wonder what he's done to piss them off.
Yeah, he did. Oh no! You know what he did. Like I say, he testified. I don't know if it was today, but I saw it today. He testified with Bongino that basically the Secret Service has become just a political sham.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, they'd be pissed at him.
And the FBI and the Secret Service love to suck each other off. That's why they were busy in Pennsylvania, not catching the shooter in time. They were busy sucking each other off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the probe focuses on Prince's reported involvement in supporting Haftar, because I don't think I can pronounce that. Haftar.
Khalifa Haftar? I have no idea.
Khalifa, I guess it's Khalifa Haftar, a controversial Libyan military commander, raising serious legal and ethical concerns. First off, let's not sit here and pretend America cares about ethical concerns.
No, they don't.
They killed way too many people just in the last 10 months. Don't even fucking.
I don't know if we talked about this, but what they did to Gaddafi, he's not my hero, but
he's more my hero than a lot of our politicians.
Yeah, 100%.
At least he's going to try to do stuff for his people.
Yeah, exactly. And
he was trying to get rid of that central banking bullshit.
And he'd changed. I mean, he was working with us, and how we reward him. Oh, let's do this. And hello, Big Afford Entertainment.
Hello, so how are you, sugar? So glad you are here. But Eric Prince is synonymous with the controversy in the military and political circles. As the founder of Blackwater, Prince played a significant role in the Iraq War, where his private security firm became infamous. This is part I was hoping they'd cover. After a 2007 incident in Baghdad that resulted in the death of 14 unarmed Iraqi civilians. Oops. And that does include women and children, I do believe, y'all.
Yeah.
Despite the backlash, Prince continued to wield considerable influence in the private military industry, often operating in the shadows, which makes me know he's a shady bastard.
Yes, sir.
And in recent years, Eric Prince has found himself at the center of multiple investigations. I did not know that, but haha. Due to his close ties to the Trump administration. Oh, fuck. I swear to fucking God, I will absolutely lose my goddamn mind if Trump tries to fucking pardon his goofy ass for this. Because that shit in 2007, some of the guys got in trouble for this 2007 fucking thing right here. And I believe Trump pardoned them.
I know I've had my shift, but I still hold Trump responsible for surrounding himself with this kind of element.
Right? I do believe that someone can look it up and see if I'm right, but I believe Trump pardoned some of the guys that were involved in this 2007 incident in Baghdad.
Yeah, I think he did. I may be wrong, and I'm sorry if I am, but I think he did.
Anyone can Google it and let me know, because I think I read that, and I was like, God dang it. This makes me glad I didn't vote for Trump right there.
Right on.
I'm like, really? There's people who are like not getting a fair trial, but he's going to fucking do that. Like, you got to be shitting me. Anyway, but yeah, so let's hope this fucking, putz nugget right here gets what he deserves on this mess right here. Let's hope he can't bribe his way out of it. Like I said, I feel like they're kind of going for a I lost it again. What is his name?
Stone or General Flynn?
No, sorry, the tax evasion guy.
Oh, I have no idea.
No, it was a 1930s gangster.
Al Capone. Capone. Sorry.
And so maybe they're, like I said, maybe they're Al Caponeing this little by just getting him on something lesser than what they could have got him on. But let's hope they fucking do. Because, Eric Prince is such a fucking twat. I want to see what he looks like in orange. I really do. God bless him. Usually I'm I hate the idea of people going to jail, but man, him out. Anyway, so on to the next headline. I saw this, and let me refresh to see how long ago this was. This was a week ago. So I've been a little behind because I was in Tulsa, but man. Yeshiva students wrote The Matrix, the new unbelievable claim from Israeli members of the Knesset.
What?
Oh, yes. They're all right. So if you haven't noticed or haven't seen it on TikTok, Israelis have been what do they call it? Culturally appropriating at a high rate. They were even trying to claim basically that they make, they're talking about, what's your favorite native food here? And it shows them making pizza, making a whole bunch of other different shit. So they're now they're starting to appropriate other stuff, claiming that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding, acting like they invented pizza. Bitch, no, you didn't. So, right, just perfectly in par with that. During a panel on Jewish identity broadcast on Channel 14, a Likud Knesset member claimed that the successful movie The Matrix was written by two Yeshiva students, when in fact the truth is almost the complete opposite. On Monday, the Likud MK, it's some fucking political party that Benjamin Netanyahu, he belongs to the Likud party.
Gotcha.
I can't pronounce the rest of that shit. Participated in a panel on Jewish identity on Channel 14 where she made the astonishing claim that The Matrix, one of the best movies ever, was written by two yeshiva students.
Okay.
In reality, the box office hit, an Oscar-winning film, was written and directed by Lana and Lily Wachowski, two transgender American sisters from Chicago.
Okay.
The Wachowski, well, it used to be the Wachowski brothers, as I'm sure this part was, indicated.
Right.
But that's the term we heard when the movie first came out.
Right. I remember that now that you say
The
it.
Wachowski siblings, who initially gained fame from The Matrix in 1999, followed it with two sequels, Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions, forming a trilogy that became iconic in the sci-fi genre. Yes, it did. Ultra-Orthodox students seen at the Yeshiva in Brack. In February 27, 2024, the film explores deep philosophical themes, including questioning reality, identity, freedom, and have a significant cultural impact. Not only were the Wachowskis not Jewish, but they also identified as staunch atheists. So apparently, they were trying to take away credit from the actual makers of this and trying to claim it two Yeshiva students did it. I'm like, we live on the same planet. We know who made the movie. What the fuck?
No, don't you understand? Eurasia's always been at war with East Asia. Always has been.
What?
Sorry. Oh, it's a thing from 1984.
Oh, yeah, when they were claiming things that weren't true and they're rewriting history and the double speak. Okay, sorry. It's been a while since I've seen that, so my brain kind of started.
It's all good. And I did look up, according to the AP, Trump did pardon 4 of those shooters from that Baghdad.
I thought so. I didn't know how many, but I knew at least a couple had. I was so disappointed when I read that. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I may not vote much, but by God, I feel like my hands are pretty clean. Woof. All right, so this was incredibly embarrassing and hilarious, but definitely second and third hand cringe. All right, on to the next. What? Now this, my right button doesn't work on my mouse, so I can't right click it because I wanted to copy and paste and send it to my daughter's friend because he and I were having a political discussion. All right, so I was in Tulsa, and her boyfriend and their friend drove up there to give me a ride back here to Oklahoma City. And so this is the first time I actually got to have a extended conversation with, I don't want to say his name because he's in the military, so I don't want to get him in trouble or something.
Nope. Yep.
But
sounds good.
We'll call him Camo Boy because I don't know what else to fucking call him. I don't know what else to call him.
John Smith. His name is John Smith.
That'll confuse me too much. Because if I actually try to say a real name, I'm going to slip and say his actual name. So it was Dee Dee's boyfriend and Camo Boy, and I forget how it started, but we just started talking about stuff, and Deidre was a little worried because she was like, yeah, he doesn't I don't think his politics align with Mom's, so she was worried what kind of car ride it was going to be, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to be shitty at him,
right?
Plus, they're giving me a ride. I'm not stupid.
Right, yeah.
But no, as long as someone is kind of let me know where they're coming from and, they're not trying to be shitty at me, I'm not going to be shitty at them.
Exactly.
I did get a little weird faith at first because, said at first he supported the Ukraine thing. And I was like, ooh. And he goes, well, at first I did. I'm like, because my face went, oof, a little bit at first. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I knew right off it was absolute bullshit. But the kid is half my age.
Right. Yeah.
Probably less than half my age, but whatever one makes him kind of young. Anyway, I think he's 22, 21, something like that. Right. It's one of her gamer friends. Anyway, so so he's half my age. So I grew up watching the propaganda and being warned by my parents. So this kid does not have had that, but he has great building blocks because he said he did it first. And then we started to realize how out of hand it was all getting because he was like, I thought, yeah, heck yeah, because, Russia invaded them. So, yeah, I was on their side. But then I'm like, we really should. And he slipped. I think he slipped a little bit because, you can support Russia or Ukraine, but don't you say nothing bad about Israel.
Right.
So
yeah,
exactly. He slipped and mentioned that because we shouldn't be sending all this money and all these weapons to Ukraine or Israel. And then he veered back to the Ukraine thing real quick. And I'm like, proud of you, kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I wouldn't want to get him hassled at his work, because I don't know if they would share the same sentiment.
Yeah.
And worried that they wouldn't because he said that unfortunately it seems like a few people in his, not his platoon, but I guess his company,
Mhm.
seem a little too eager to go to war. Like he's willing to if necessary, but it's it's not something he feels like people should be, itching to do.
Exactly.
And I agreed with him 100%. And like, I guess he must have crunched the numbers, because when I said, yeah, I mean, even one of those aid packages we sent over there, we could have helped so many people right here at home with all the veterans sleeping in doorways and this and that. He goes, absolutely. And he's like, in fact, if you broke it down and, one of those packages, however many billions of dollars, I forget what number he said, it would let a lot of homeless people have a few $1,000s each.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like thinking he has been crunching the numbers, and I'm proud because because if you are able to look at facts and change your mind, you are harder to brainwash.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I was happy that even though he had originally thought, oh, it's a good idea with the Ukraine thing, he's like, yeah, you know what, maybe not. And I explained how, he was sitting there like begging us for money while his wife was in fucking France shopping at Louis Vuitton stores, and he got his disappointed look, like, yeah, that was gross. I'm like,
exactly.
Right. So 100%. Like 99%, like I would say 90% of everything we were agreeing on back and forth. So it actually went quite well. I think he probably supports Israel, like morally, so to speak.
Well,
but he doesn't want to. I mean, I don't support them morally because there's nothing moral about what they're doing. But but I get where he's coming from, because a lot of people are caught in that mindset that they've been there for us, and they really haven't actually been there for us. They tell us to go attack someone, and we do it. We've actually been there for them. They haven't actually helped us with anything, to be honest. But I didn't get into all that. But well, at least not with him, because I mean, look, again, it was an hour and 45-minute car ride. We got to be careful.
You might as well not open.
But like he believes in supporting Israel, like morally speaking, but he doesn't think we should be giving all our money and weapons to everybody. And I'm like, and I couldn't help but agree absolutely with that part. And I was like, right, man. And I was telling Chris about that conversation today, and he's like, yeah. So poor Keegan, who's driving the car, because the guy I'm talking, Camo Boy, is in the back seat. It's his car, but like, I think he drove up there. He didn't feel like driving back again, so he let Keegan drive. And so Chris was like, yeah. Apparently, like partway through that, Keegan had texted Dee Dee, and Dee Dee happened to be near Chris. And it says, my God, since they got in the car, they've been talking about politics for an hour. And Dieter was a little worried. And I'm thinking, I don't know why you'd be worried. I mean, I might have opinions people may not like, but I'm not going to be hateful and nasty at everybody.
Exactly.
I mean, if they were mean, if they were mean to me, that might be different. But like, as long as you're like, the reason why I think this is because this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get that. And if I mean, Camo Boy was complete. I feel it's not an insult to call him Camo Boy. Like I said, I'm trying to protect his identity, and I can't, So just anybody catches on the replay, I'm not trying to like talk down about him.
Right on.
I was really proud that someone, even though the military is telling you what to think,
exactly,
and everything, that he was able to change his mind and be like, you know what, looking at this, I think this is not the way it should be going. And and I like that, because I like to know that people can change their mind and change their stance on things. They don't necessarily have to change it to what I think, even though I would like that. Obviously, we all do. But I like, because it's harder, like I said, it's harder to brainwash somebody if they can change their mind looking at facts.
Yeah.
And we encourage that shit.
Well, I won't go too deeply into it, but there's been one of my friends that's kind of irritating me online. Because no one but
no, in general. Or,
yeah. Well, the reason they're irritating me is like, so there were some, they're sending these texts, like, okay, some of our mentors from 20 years ago are voicing their opinions online about who to vote for.
Oh Lordy. Okay.
But they're doing it in a respectful way. They're saying, hey, look at these facts, look at these figures.
Oh, okay.
And I feel that the friend that I'm irritated with is just responding with a bunch of just regurgitated party stuff.
Is it at least accurate party stuff?
No, not even close.
Damn it. Okay, if you're going to regurgitate, at least make sure it's correct.
If it was accurate, I wouldn't be upset. I would just be like, well, heck, what do you do?
Even if someone has a good answer, I do want them to delve in and show me why they feel this way.
Right.
At least probably it was a good regurgitation.
It wasn't. But But so finally, I usually just keep my damn mouth shut, but I finally, because I have a video that I found of a very reliable centrist person who debunks the shit that they're talking about.
Oh boy, I bet they've got their feelings hurt. Uh-oh.
I don't know. I don't care. But I just said, hey, look, no matter what side of the issue you're on, watch this video and you'll learn the truth about it. So
I'd be like, hey, I saw this video. See what you think.
If their butts hurt, it's on them, to be frank.
There's ointments for that.
Yep, there are. It's called truth. But
right. And aloe, if needed.
And aloe, yes, exactly.
Although I would suggest witch hazel if it's bad enough. Oh, hold on a second. Wait, what's going on here? Hold on.
Ooh. Do 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 do. I don't know where she went. I don't know what it is. I only know I celebrated my birthday over the weekend. Oh, what is there to talk about while she's gone?
Okay, I'm back.
She's back!
Yay!
Huzzah!
Yeah, someone was coming and was talking to me about the cat food thing. So.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, so why I brought up Camel Boy is because we're talking about Ukraine getting its nose in other shit. I'm like, yeah, they decided to get their nose into Africa business, and he's like, what? I was like,
wow.
Ukraine is claiming they didn't do it, but how often do they? Someone claims they didn't do it, they did it, and he goes, I had not seen that yet. And so, I really wish I could right click and copy paste this for him and send it. Because but yes, West African Juanitas?
Juntas.
Oh, juntas? Okay, I was giving it more of a Spanish feel there. My bad.
That's okay.
Juntas write a UN over Ukraine alleged to UN over Ukraine's alleged rebel support. First off, Ukraine, don't you have enough fucking problems? Why are you?
I would have thought so. Yeah.
I guess Putin needs to turn up the pressure a little bit because apparently the Ukraine's got too much fucking time on their hands. Shit. Why is it when shit goes down, they always got to bother Africa? Like in World War I, some dude gets fucking shot by another dude, and suddenly it's like those movies where someone punches one person, and then suddenly the entire bar breaks into a bar fight.
Right.
Well, World War I looked like that. Some dude, shoots I lost his fucking name. But Sirhan, I think is the guy who did it.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, my brain is shut down.
That's okay. Mine shuts down all the time.
Ferdinand of Austria.
Right.
Okay, my brain's starting to come back online now. It's buffering. But so yeah, I remember who did the shooting. Weirdly enough, I think it's Sirhan. I think maybe Sirhan was someone who shot somebody else. That might have been who Robert.
I know he shot Sirhan shot somebody. I just can't remember.
I think actually that might have been Robert Kennedy actually.
I think you're right. Yeah. Now that you're saying that,
I'm sorry.
No. It gets hard to remember. Let's not argue about who killed who.
But the point is that someone shoots Ferdinand, and suddenly all of Europe has broken into a bar fight like crazy, and they end up got Nazis going down there and fighting the British and French and stuff in Africa. Africans are probably like, "What the fuck is going on here, and why?" They're and then World War II, they had shit going on, and they were in Africa fighting. And it's like, those poor people, leave them alone. Can't keep Europe in Europe business? God damn it. Leave those poor folks down there alone.
Been 300 or 400 years, people just keep messing with them.
They do. And they'd be like, oh, Africa's a poor nation or a poor continent. Like, no, they have shit tons of oil. They have shit tons of gold. They have shit tons of everything. Y'all just keep fucking up stuff.
So before the Europeans started messing around in Africa, there was a kingdom that was extraordinarily wealthy. I want to say it was Zimbabwe, I think.
Possibly. Probably a few of them, actually.
The king of Zimbabwe was so rich that he took a trip to Mecca because he was Muslim.
Right.
And he gave out so much gold just for charity that he broke the market.
Damn. That's a flex. Woo.
Yeah, he meant well, and he tried to fix it later, but it's not like economics was a strong point of anybody back in that day.
Yeah, like nobody
But,
was doing good yet. So,
yeah.
But I mean, hey, though, that's a good flex, though. Like I was so nice to people, I fucked the market up.
Oh yeah,
Really
no,
cool.
I mean Africa wasn't always where it's at,
Right,
people,
and it's because like they keep being interfered with, and anytime someone starts doing kind of good, like look what they did to Gaddafi's. Hey,
Oh,
he
yeah.
started getting on track, and what happened? CIA fucking happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bamako, I guess.
I'm not really sure.
I'm new with this too. So the juntas of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger have been written into the United Nations Security Council to denounce Ukraine's alleged support of rebel groups in West Africa. It's none of Ukraine's business. And honestly, I worry because Ukraine is not exactly a good bet. So I feel like they wouldn't back anybody who was good. So I'm kind of concerned by this.
I am too. Yeah.
See,
Mali.
Mali, I don't know why I feel like I'm saying Mali and not Mali. I don't know.
That's okay.
Cut diplomatic ties with Ukraine at the start of the month over comments by a spokesperson for Ukrainian military intelligence agency about fighting in the Mali's north that killed Malian soldiers and Russian Wagner mercenaries.
Really?
Fucking Wagner again. God dang it.
That's why they're probably doing it, which is still not justified.
Right. Fuck. Oh. Fucking Wagner. I swear to God, it's like they're like roaches. They just pop up in the weirdest of places. Jeez. Yep. Yeah, if you want to see what happens when you let a bunch of crazies come in and destabilize a place, yeah, look no further. Oof. The military government of Niger followed suit days later in solidarity with its neighbor. Actually, hold on. I want to look something up. I feel like when the October War started. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah.
That's an interesting thought. Очень интересно.
Interesting. So apparently, since the get-go, Niger has been supporting Palestine. Okay, let's see who else is involved. Let's see if there might be a connection there. So let's go back up to right here. So, spam call.
Of course.
Ollie, support.
And the internet.
I think they do. So it seems like wild that like Ukraine that supports Israel is starting havoc in some of the countries that just so happen to also support Palestine. Now it may not be connected, but I do find it interesting.
Yeah, and I'm with you in that Ukraine really needs to just fight its own war.
If there's such dire, desperate need of help, then maybe they should sit the fuck down and not be getting into other people's shit.
Right.
The military government of Niger followed suit days later in solidarity with its neighbor. Dispute broke out over Ukraine's military intelligence agency spokesman said Malian rebels had received necessary information to conduct a July attack. Tuareg rebels said that they killed at least 84 Wagner mercenaries and 47 Malian soldiers over days of fierce fighting, potentially Wagner's heaviest defeat since it stepped in 2 years ago to help Mali's junta fight insurgent groups. Well, it looks like the mercenaries got their asses handed to them.
Yeah, that happens.
Right? They've been embarrassed ever since a year or two, like a couple of years ago or whatever it was, where They were supposedly sent to go try to take down Putin, and they were talking mad shit. They were like hyping themselves up like they were fucking berserkers. And they get in there, and it was fucking embarrassing, and they surrendered to Putin. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
God almighty.
Well, did you ever hear about when they fought with the American Special Forces?
Oh, what? No.
Yeah. That was not pretty. This was not a pretty day for them. It's
Fucking,
not a pretty day for them.
Man, I swear to God, they're like the fucking F troop of fucking mercenaries. This is
Well, I mean, I don't want to go quite that far, but like,
I think I will, because what a bunch of fucking twins.
The American Special Forces. I mean,
well, yeah, but I mean, like, they just seem to be getting their ass kicked everywhere they fucking go. Russia whooped their ass. Now over here with the rebel. I mean, good lord. Maybe they're not mercenaries. Maybe they're just bored at home, because this is not going well for them.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh,
let's refresh this. All right, 6 days ago. The moment the IDF swoops in to retrieve six dead hostages in the fastest Gaza operation yet. Now, this I thought was kind of weird, because where did that go? Hold on. This shows a video, but it's such an odd-looking video. And I don't know what these little things are. Like,
I have no idea.
Because when I first saw it, I thought it was a picture of a picture. Like, if you've ever taken a picture of a picture that's inside of a picture frame and you see, like, a little glare, that's what it looked like. And it looked oddly dark, but, like, not dark in the right way. Like, it wasn't taken at night, because you can see the shadows right here. So there's a light source somewhere. But it came out looking so weirdly dark, like they were trying to make it look like nighttime when it wasn't. Which seems kind of weird. Like, why would you even fake that? I mean, this looks like nighttime, because, because with the flashlight, I see that working, and this brownish color in the, But that other one, you can see light being creating shadows on the rock. So that part I didn't quite get. But I don't know. I was
weird.
Mostly bitch about that part a little bit. I know that seems like a weird thing to focus on. I see something weird, and I kind of hyper focus on it a little bit.
Right.
But like, they had a picture up. I didn't know that was in the video. So like, yeah, right here, this picture. So like, I didn't realize they had a video. So I thought it was like a 20-year-old picture they took a picture of, and I'm like, why would they do that? But that video still looks a little strange. Like I said, you can see the shadows right here. So there's a light source somewhere.
Yeah.
So sometimes they just do odd things, and I try to figure out why. But
kind of like faking the lunar landing or something. So.
Right. Yeah, it's like, why? I mean, with that, I can understand why on that, I guess. Anyway, so here's this fucking mess. Treason. Trump may have committed a massive crime in a call to a foreign leader. I read up a little on this. Usually I just look at the headlines and don't go past that, so we can all read it together. But I've tried to not do that as much, just skim it over, just because sometimes I'm like, man, that was a bunk fucking article. The former President Donald Trump may have called Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to discuss potential ceasefire deal with Hamas that President Joe Biden's administration is currently negotiating. Now, experts are saying that Trump may have committed a felony.
I've already talked about this one, though. Yeah. I'll let you form your own opinion, though.
All right.
So go ahead.
U.S. sources who were briefed on the call confirmed to Axios that Trump spoke with Netanyahu. According to the New Republic and PBS, the former president urged Netanyahu to reject the deal currently on the table. Fucking throw him in jail. Throw him in jail right fucking now. Because the only reason why he wants a fucking deal not cut yet is because he is okay with a shit ton of more people dying until he gets in office, so he can look like the fucking good guy.
You might want to look it up, though. This was basically debunked.
I hope so. I hope so.
The PBS reporter apologized.
So the PBS reporter fucking lied.
Yeah, basically. Now, it could be that it could be the other way. There could be something to it, but it's basically my opinion that the media was just fucking trying to get something on Trump.
Well, it's kind of dumb if they made it up. But I'm just saying, if he did do that, then I think he should be thrown in
Oh
jail.
yeah, no. If he did do it, then that's horseshit.
Israel
But
Television denied reports. They deny a lot of shit, so I feel like their
and
word
that's
is not good.
true. That's true.
All right.
That's true.
Alejandro accused of committing massive crime. All right, so this is for the 21st. I don't know if there's any update on that. Let's see.
Prime Minister Netanyahu did not speak yesterday, which who knows? I mean, really, there's no way to know the truth of it, but I feel certain that it's false because the reporter actually apologized, and I don't think
Well,
they
I
would
mean, sometimes people
apologize.
apologize just because they got threatened with their job.
That's possible too, but
So I mean, I'm
frankly,
hoping Trump didn't do this. I really
frankly,
hope
I don't think Trump has the clout to threaten anybody's job.
not. I think
Trouble with that.
there's a lot of people that support him, and like they can at the very least have their lives like harassed by his supporters.
Yeah,
They can make it more trouble than it's worth.
Maybe. But the media throws a lot of stuff out.
Oh, that's true. And I do get kind of suspicious because there's two anonymous sources who were briefed on the call because Trump's very careful about what people he briefs on anything.
Well, and because he's had to.
Well, no, I agree. That's why I'm saying that I can see why it might be fake because, like, there's very limited people he would brief on certain things in close quarters.
Right on.
So, yeah.
And greetings, Sashi, the man from the future.
Yeah, Sashi. So I'll be really glad if he did not do this because I'd be so insane.
I mean, like I say, do your own research because I may have missed something.
Absolutely welcome to do that. Absolutely.
Yeah. But at least the stuff I found, I came to the conclusion that was a pile of crap. But
I really feel like they should have updated this and said something in this article about that.
Oh yeah, well they're not going to do that because we've got to confound Jerry at every turn,
Right. So. Let me refresh this. All right. Hamas failed to reach an agreement on ceasefire. Let's see if it changes. Nope. 22 hours ago.
Crap.
Israel and Hamas failed to reach an agreement on ceasefire in Gaza. Negotiations on ending the war and exchanging hostages in the Gaza Strip have concluded without reaching a final agreement between the parties, reports at times at Israel and Reuters. During the last round of talks in Cairo, Hamas and Israel failed to agree on several proposed terms presented by mediators. Specifically, representatives of Palestinian group rejected new conditions suggested by Israel. A key issue in negotiation presence of Israeli troops is a so-called Philadelphia. I thought it's Philadelphia, not Philadelphia. Maybe they made a mistake.
I have no idea. Interesting.
Philadelphia, I guess, corridor, a narrow strip of land 14.5 kilometers long along the southern border of the Gaza Strip. Hamas representatives stated that Israel is going to renege on its commitments to withdraw its troops from the corridor and has proposed new conditions, including checks on displaced Palestinians returning to more densely populated northern part of the enclave once the ceasefire begins. We will not accept discussions about retractions from what we agreed on July 2nd or new conditions. Netanyahu keeps putting up new conditions.
Exactly.
I mean, I couldn't believe he wanted a ceasefire as long as they could keep firing. Like, what?
Right.
Like, does he not know what that means? That is such a weird-ass thing. He also indicated that Hamas has provided mediators with their response to the latest proposal, stating the U.S. discussions about an imminent agreement are unrealistic. Well, like I say, fucking mess.
Yep. No, it is. That's not right.
There
he is.
Who is the Telegram founder, Paulo Durov, and all to know about his arrest in France. So I found a few more things. I don't know if this article here will cover what caused it, but Telegram co-founder Paulo Durov was detained at the Paris Le
Bourgeois, possibly. I'm not sure.
I don't know. They're fucking fancy with their shit.
Yeah, I know.
Airport on Saturday after arriving by private plane from Azerbaijan. He's accused of having failed to moderate criminal activity on the platform. Here's what we know about him. Russian-born Durov, 39, co-founder what became one of Russia's most popular social media networks. I actually did not know it was Russian. Huh.
Yep.
In his native St. Petersburg in 2007, he has been compared to Facebook co-founder Mark Zuckerberg. In 2013, he grabbed the global headlines by publicly offering a job to whistleblower and former National Security Agency contractor Edward Snowden. Nice. I like it. I like him already.
Yeah, that's probably why they really.
That's probably. I'm sure it added on to it.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't cover it here, I'm going to tell everybody what they're upset with him for not censoring. Right. In an interview with U.S. journalist Tucker Carlson early this year, Durov claimed that he was under pressure to give Russian authorities access to data from accounts of Ukraine pro-democracy activists in 2014, and he refused to do so. See, the man has standards, and I like it.
Yeah.
As Russian government tightened its grip on the internet and President Vladimir Putin's allies started take control of the...
It's also called Telegraph. Telegram.
Yeah.
There it is.
Telegram. I mean, as I said Telegraph, that's my bad.
Kontakty.
President Vladimir Putin's allies started to take control of the... whatever the fuck that word is.
Kontakty.
The VK. Durov sold his stake in the platform in 2014 and fled the country. He then shifted his focus to Telegram, an app he co-founded with his brother Nikolai when he was 28.
Right on.
Durov has been living in Dubai as a citizen of the United Arab Emirates and France, according to Telegram. It is unclear whether he has given up his Russian citizenship. Business magazine Forbes estimated $15.5 billion. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, it makes me want to come up with an app where people can sit and chill and talk shit.
Exactly. I'd be happy with 1 billion.
Fuck yeah, I'd have to have 1 billion. Shit, I'm a cheap bitch. I'll fucking be happy with it.
I'd be pretty happy.
Has maintained a hands-off stance on moderation, positioning the app as a private and censorship. Nonetheless, the experts have cautioned that this approach led to Telegram becoming a hotspot for illicit activity and extremism. Oh no, it means things I don't agree with. Oh no.
Exactly.
Although I didn't see them getting upset when Israel was posting horrible videos and laughing about the Palestinians they were killing.
Yeah, you noticed that?
That was on Telegram too, and nobody
said a word. Yep. Yeah.
So, according to the report by the AFP news agency, he was detained over offenses alleging to have been conducted on Telegram, ranging from fraud to drug trafficking, cyberbullying, and organized crime, including promoting terrorism and fraud. Oh my. Cyberbullying?
Yes, he's a cyberbully. I can forgive the rest.
Right. No, I mean, when they start tacking on little petty shit, they're out to get them for sure.
Exactly.
Cyberbullying. I guess there goes Discord. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people have been talking about someone else's mama while they're playing video games? Come on. While the European Union and the United States have fined other social media platforms for violation of their rules and regulations, and their lawmakers have held up leaders of digital firms for public hearings, they are not known to have arrested major tech leaders. In 2016, a senior Facebook executive was arrested in Brazil after the company didn't give information from WhatsApp relating to a drug trafficking investigation. The parent company of Facebook, which was renamed Meta in 2021, owns WhatsApp. So apparently they're not going to really tell everybody what happened. So let's look at this article.
Okay.
Just to cover. So Vindman says Musk should be nervous after Telegram CEO was arrested. Free speech, absolutist weirdos.
Okay. Because, free speech is what's going to ruin us.
The lack of it, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
The retired Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman, who made waves as a key witness in the impeachment against former President Trump. Well, fuck, that tells me something. Issued a warning to Elon Musk on Sunday after Telegram messaging app CEO Durov was arrested in France. Durov was served an arrest warrant in Paris on Saturday night following a preliminary police investigation surrounding his alleged failure to sufficiently limit criminal activity. You know what? They say criticizing Israel's criminal activity, and in England, telling someone they're a fat bitch will fucking get you arrested too. So,
right.
I mean, let's tell us what you define as criminal activity.
Exactly.
While experts in the industry leaders sounded the alarm about the international free speech implications of his arrest, Vindman championed the move. Of course he fucking did. Look at this guy. This guy looks like an incel of the highest order. Of course he championed the move, fucker. Taking to X to warn its CEO about a growing appetite for accountability. So apparently, it wasn't a warning; it was a threat.
Yep, you got it. He even looks like a freaking communist officer.
He looks like someone who would like call the police because there's black kids in the fucking pool.
Exactly.
He looks like somebody who would like SWAT somebody because he lost Call of Duty. He would send SWAT people to somebody's house. He looks like he has to pay for sex and the girl might still turn him down. This guy looks like he lives in his mom's basement, but like his mom's dead and he's just taking her social security checks. This guy looks like fucking shit. Sorry.
He doesn't look like one of the good guys. I'll put it that way.
No, he doesn't.
Nope.
Man, I can't believe I just came up with that tirade. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, I mean, that free speech is my big deal. And I just hate people who want to, again, I know that we do want to protect children and we do want to stop criminals. I get that.
Right. Maybe monitor your kids' phones and internet activity then.
Yes. Maybe we could take some responsibility ourselves.
Heaven forbid. While Durov holds French citizenship, is arrested for violating French law, this has a broader implication for other social media, including Twitter, Vindman wrote. There is a growing intolerance for platforming disinformation, malign influence, and growing appetite for accountability. Musk should be nervous. Oh, what a fucking prick.
I think maybe this guy should be nervous. But anyway.
I hope I see him walking down the street. I swear to God. Musk called out Durov's arrest on multiple posts on X over the weekend and shared hashtag Free Polov. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Dangerous times, Musk wrote in one post to refer to the government-imposed censorship. He's right. I think that Musk is a kind of a twit sometimes, but I absolutely agree with him on this.
No, I do too, 100%.
Because if they come for them, it's only a matter of time before they come for us too.
Yeah.
Telegram, which has over 900 million, million users, is a messaging app that is comparable to WhatsApp, but according to the New York Times, also allows large groups of people to communicate across different channels. The New York Times also reported the app was a radar of law enforcement agencies around the world because terrorist organizations, drug runners, weapons dealers, and far-right extremists. There we go. That's
the real deal. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Groups have used it to communicate, recruiting, and organizing.
Yeah.
Prominent politicians and industry leaders rallied behind Durov, accusing the French government of violating free speech with his arrest. Absolutely. And they need to protect free speech.
The need
to protect free speech has never been more urgent. R.F. Kennedy wrote. Yes, that poor guy, he's been having some issues. Apparently, he was telling people a story that he had found a dead whale on the beach and like they chainsawed its head off and put it on top of the vehicle and traveled with it.
Yeah, there's something weird going on with that. I need to do some research into it. But
yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm worried that like he does have some brain damage. So I'm kind of
I'm also worried that people are saying, well, anyway, I'll just leave it to myself. I got my own opinions, but I don't have anything to back it up with, so I'll just keep quiet.
Rumble CEO Pavlovsky commented, France has threatened Rumble, and now they have crossed a red line by arresting Telegram CEO Durov, reportedly for not
censoring speech.
Miles
Chong, maybe?
Yes, we'll say Chong. If I butcher the name, I apologize. A conservative commentator argued the arrest was part of a witch hunt. I absolutely agree. All right, so from what I'm understanding, what really set them off about the CEO of Telegram was apparently some hackers got their hands on some secret Israeli files
Mm-hmm.
and stuff they were doing and unleashed it on Telegram.
Really?
That's what I heard. I don't have Telegram, or I probably do. I just got rid of it. I mean, it's probably
I've never. Yeah, I think I had it for about a month and got tired of all the spammers. But anyway.
So let me. So let's see. Let's see if I can pull this up real quick. See if I can find it. Hacker. Israel gets hacked. Telegram. Let's see if this will lead us in that direction. All right, let's look. Telegram channel. This is 3 days ago. Let's see what this says real quick. Telegram channel of DDO Secrets shut down shortly after publication of Israeli Ministry of Justice leak. The Telegram channel DDO Secrets, seen by many of the WikiLeaks successors, was shut down by a request from the Israeli cyber unit.
Interesting.
The Telegram channel Distribution of Denial of Secret, a journalist collective specialized in publication of hacked materials online, was shut down after sharing more than 1 million leaked documents from the Israeli Ministry of Justice. The leaked documents, reportedly released in April of 2024, contained personal details of senior officials in the ministry, along with sensitive correspondence, internal and classified ministry documents. Fan-fucking-tastic. Well done, guys. According to Haaretz, last July, some of the leaked files published by the DoD Secrets was also used to show that Israel seized and suppressed state secrets contained in a lawsuit against Israeli spyware vendor NSO Group. Ooh. Last week, The Guardian revealed, thanks to more of the documents from the leak, that Israeli officials tried to circumvent a foreign agent law in the United States as part of their pro-Israel advocacy there. So it's not about
right.
It's not about right-wing extremists. It's not about cyberbullying. It's because Telegram was the platform that revealed a lot of Israel's dirty.
You are almost certainly right.
And this happened in July, and now it's August. So it didn't. It only took them a little while to try to track him down and fucking arrest him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a lot of cause and effect, and I hope nobody kills poor Paulo, poor guy.
I guess we'll find out.
So they're like, oh, we need to shut this down because of like trafficking and cyber crimes. No, it's because the people who own your politicians got fucking stitched on. That's what it is, right fucking there. So,
will unalive himself, quote unquote.
Right, and so I'm really sad they didn't bother to tell us that, but I think they were probably afraid it might make it look a little too much like Israel's involvement in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, I suspect CIA, and you all know what that means. So.
Yeah. On to the next thing. Donald Trump threatens to pull out of September 10th presidential debate. Which I personally, reading that headline, don't think is a good move, but they get into it. Donald Trump has expressed doubt that he will participate in a scheduled televised debate with Kamala Harris next month, hurling a trademark of fake news slur at the network that had agreed to host it. The former president and Republican nominee threatened to pull out of the September 10th meeting with Harris, the vice president and Democratic nominee for the November election, in a post on Truth Social on Sunday.
Okay.
Referring to an interview on ABC this week earlier in the day with the host Jonathan Karl and the Republican Arkansas U.S. Senator Tom Cotton. That dude's a fucking twit.
Right.
Trump questioned the network's fairness in the only debate that both presidential candidates have agreed on. Let's see. I watched ABC Fake News this morning. Both lightweight reporters, Jonathan Karl, ridiculous, and biased interview of Tom Cotton, who was fantastic, and their so-called panel of Trump haters. I asked, why would I do a debate against Kamala Harris on that network? Trump wrote about wrote his usual
Penchant for erroneous uppercase letters. Yeah, ABC fake news. Yeah.
That's funny. He also alluded to his ongoing defamation suit against this week's host George Stephanopoulos.
Stephanopoulos.
Sorry, I got little hairballs to clear.
Right on.
Let's see. The commentator in March stated that Trump had been found liable for rape instead of sexual abuse in a case brought by the New York writer Jean Carroll. Well, that was a silly fuck up he did. This is not the first time that Trump, who trails Harris by 7 points nationally in the new Fairleigh Dickinson University poll published at the weekend, has sowed doubt over his debate appearance. I don't see it mentioning it, but I saw another article where it was like a mic issue where if they weren't, it does explain down here. Trump's latest hesitation comes amid reports impasse between the two presidential campaigns over the conditions of next month's debate. Politico cited 4 sources on Monday claiming the negotiations had broke down over turning off the mic of the participants' microphones when they're not speaking, so that way they can't be interrupted. Right. And I get that. I actually do agree with him there, because what's the point of being in a debate if you're trying to answer a question and someone keeps fucking interrupting you?
Right.
So I do get his point on that.
Well, it actually worked in his favor, but
right. Anyway. But she should understand that also means that he can't interrupt her when she's talking.
Right.
And you don't want to get roasted by Donald Trump in the middle of your talking. Come on now. Let's refresh that. 13 hours ago. Is it Belarus or Belarus? I don't know, but I'll call it Belarus.
It's not terribly far from Ukraine. It's one of those.
No, the pronunciation is kind of a tomato. Is it Belarus or Belarus?
I think it's Belarus.
All right, Belarus amasses military and ex-Wagner fighters near the Ukraine border. So yeah, they're bouncing around Africa, they're bouncing around the Ukraine border, and then Ukraine's like, I don't know anything about anything. Yeah,
exactly.
According to the information from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Belarus is amassing military equipment near the border of Ukraine. Former members of the Wagner group, are also said to be arriving there. Fuck, of course they are. These actions are being conducted under the pretense of exercise. Of fucking course, sure. It's just a drill. It's just a drill. Ukraine is urging Minsk not to make a tragic mistake for its own country. Yeah, I'm sure. They can pretend it's a drill and then start doing some stupid shit.
You got it. Let's get some territory and maybe ingratiate ourselves with Russia.
Well, I don't know. They might have trouble with that. According to the information from the Ukrainian MFA, Belarus is gathering military equipment at the Homel region in the southeastern part of the country. Among the soldiers, former members of the Wagner group, some which who arrived in Belarus after the group's dissolution, have been seen. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs notes that the actions of the Belarusian military are merely pretending to be exercises, but their goal is entirely different. And that's what I'm fucking saying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's exactly what I just got done bitching about. The Belarusian army forces are concentrating on a considerable number of personnel, especially special operation forces, weapons and military equipment, including tanks, artillery, anti-aircraft equipment, and engineering equipment.
Wow.
Must be quite an exercise they plan to do. According to Kiev, such actions threaten the national and global security. Oh, my TV glitched. There we go. The Ukrainian point out that the Chernobyl power plant is located nearby, and although it is no longer operational, it is currently being decommissioned. We call on the authorities of Belarus not to make a tragic mistake for their own country under Moscow's pressure, and to cease hostile activities and withdraw troops from the state border of Ukraine to an appropriate distance. What they're saying is, we want you to back away. We don't want you to see what we're doing. We're not doing nothing. There's nothing to see here. Back away.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't look over here. Okay.
Yep, there it is. Cyrillic Belarus.
And this motherfucker right here. So, judge says that 4 independent and third-party candidates should be kept off the Georgia ballot.
Well, of course they should. I'm kidding.
I was
No,
gonna say, I was
it's
like, that's
bullshit.
sarcasm, right? Okay. Because, like, are they over 35? Yes. Okay. Are they citizens? Yes. Then shut the fuck up, Your Honor.
Exactly.
Absolutely get fucked with a rusty spike in the ear.
Yeah, whether you like Kennedy or not, I think it's
Well, it's not just
unconscionable.
Kennedy they're trying to do this to.
Yeah, I know.
The
They're trying
judge
to do it to
ruled Monday
everybody.
that 4 independent and third-party candidates are ineligible. I wonder why they're considered ineligible. Presidential ballot, although the final decision will be up to the Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. The ruling by Michael Malihi, an administrative law judge, would block the qualifications of independents Robert Kennedy, Cornel West, and as well as Jill Stein, and the Party for Socialism and Liberation, Claudia de la Cruz. I don't know who the fuck that is, but
Nope, me neither.
is she over 35? Is she a citizen? Well, then shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
I mean, because honestly, if they're kind of like meh, then don't worry about it. Then nobody's going to vote for them. Don't be afraid of what people are going to vote.
Well, exactly. It's like they're scared that they can't win on their own merits, and that makes me think that they can't really win on their own merits.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, Kennedy on Friday said that he would seek to withdraw his name in Georgia and some other closely contested states as he endorsed Republican Donald Trump. Democrats legally challenged whether all 4 qualify for the ballot, seeking to block candidates who could siphon votes from the Democratic nominee and Vice President Kamala Harris after Joe Biden won Georgia.
Because we're all for democracy.
Yeah, that's really what that judge is concerned about right there.
Yep.
That part right there. Well, if your candidate's good enough, then don't be a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Raffensperger must make a decision before Georgia mails out military and overseas ballots starting September 17th. The spokesman, Mike Halfinger, said at Raffensperger, God, can't these people have normal names? Jesus. I got Cottonmouth, and it makes it even harder to pronounce this
Right
shit.
on.
Raffensperger's office is reviewing the decision and will decide each as soon as possible. Yeah, basically, they want to stop them from being on the ballot because they might take away someone else's vote. Bruh.
And yet we want to make fun of Putin for his 88% win.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Let's not pretend he's worse than us.
No.
If affirmed by Raffensperger, the ruling means that Georgia voters will choose only among Harris, Trump, and Libertarian Chase Oliver. Who the fuck is Chase Oliver?
Oh,
Who the fuck is this guy? Like, can we pull up a picture? I don't even know who the fuck that even is. But they're going to try to take away your choices. You got this, or this. That's all you can choose from.
Yep, you got it.
Anyone seen Pelican Brief? There's a judge that needs to be gone.
Yeah.
I know somebody's going to be like, you're inciting violence. Maybe. I am encouraging revolution because that is bullshit. Georgia is one of the several states where Democrats and allied groups have filed challenges to third parties and independent candidates. Yeah, because the Democrats know they fucked up and they're afraid that everybody's going to go for Jill Stein or something. And you know
exactly.
What? I'm going to vote for Jill Stein or Dr. Shiva.
Yeah, I understand. Totally.
I just won't vote at all if they're going to act like that. Or if I have to for Chase Oliver. I don't know who the fuck he is, but like fuck Harris.
I would vote for Chase Oliver over Harris, 100%.
Right? I mean, just because I haven't. No headline has jumped out about him being a dumbass.
Yeah, I haven't.
The less you see, the better.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I guess they can't get rid of all the third party options because then it's a little too suspicious.
Well, they're trying.
Right?
They definitely they definitely restricted more than they ever have who we're allowed to vote for, and this is
insane.
This is what I'm hopping up and down about as far as the Democrats. I think it's horseshit. Weston de la Cruz.
Yeah. You want to read?
Sure, why not? In the Kennedy, West, and de la Cruz cases, Malihi agreed with arguments made by the state Democratic Party. Of course he did, that petitions for independent candidates must be filed in the name of the 16 presidential electors and not the candidates themselves.
The fuck?
I'm going to just refrain from commenting, citing a change made to Georgia law in 2017.
Oh,
in
that was
Georgia.
after Trump got elected.
It was, interestingly enough.
Oh.
In Georgia.
I'm scratching my invisible beard while I go,
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm rubbing my imaginary mustache. In Georgia, independent candidates do not themselves qualify for the office of president and vice president of the United States of America for the ballot. He wrote, rather, individuals seeking the office of presidential elector qualify for the ballot to have their candidate for president or vice president placed on the ballot. It's not
I
confusing
don't
at
even think
all.
I understand that. What?
Well, I don't know that I do necessarily, but it sounds like they're equivocating because you actually theoretically you vote for an elector, not for the president.
I guess, but
Theoretically,
that's so fucking.
but they're basically just trying to have their cake and eat it too, is what I'm thinking. Lawyers for Kennedy West and De La Cruz had all argued that was the wrong interpretation of the law, in part because Raffensperger's office had accepted the petition without protest. Counties later concluded that Kennedy West and De La Cruz had each collected the required 7,500 signatures to qualify. The campaigns say it would be unduly burdensome to collect 7,500 signatures on 16 different petitions for a total of 120,000 signatures.
Yeah, they're just trying to cause extra hoops to jump through. That's absolute horseshit.
That is horseshit. Malihi ruled in separate challenge backed by Clear Choice Action, a Democratic-aligned political action committee, that Kennedy must be disqualified because the New York address he used on Georgia ballot access petitions is a sham.
What?
The Georgia decision is based on a decision by a New York court earlier this month. He talked about that a little bit in his speech when he endorsed Trump. That basically,
like, how is it a sham? Is he just, does he own the address? Is he just?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Like,
all
I
I
want to
know
know,
is,
do they feel like he must live there at least 6 months out of the year? Like, what's the fucking deal here?
I honestly don't know. I need to probably research it, but he is claiming that it's BS. Now, of course, he would, whether it's legit or not. But frankly, I think New York has just become a big kangaroo banana republic, and I don't trust anything that they do anymore.
Right.
The facts represented to the court concerning the respondent's domicile overwhelmingly indicate that the Katona address is not and never was the respondent's bona fide residence.
Huh.
The Green Party has hoped to use the new Georgia law awarding a ballot placed to candidates of a party that qualifies in at least 20 other states to put Jill Stein's name before Georgia voters, but Malihi ruled it was impossible for the party to prove it had qualified in at least 20 other states before Georgia's deadline to print ballots, saying the party doesn't qualify.
That's so stupid. So they have to qualify in another state for the qualify in this state? That is the dumbest fucking bullshit they've come up with. Georgia is so fucking ridiculous. I hope people riot. I really do.
We're just basically trying to make sure that
we don't have any choice.
Kamala's the choice. That's it. Nobody else. She's the one.
Yeah, it's like you just get 3 choices, even though there's other choices, because we don't want you taking away from the Democratic vote. Really
exactly.
What, man? I hope there's like riots, and I hope protesters like burn shit down, like specifically this guy's house.
Well, but that's the trouble. If there are riots, it will probably be by clandestine organizations that don't have our good in mind.
Well, maybe not, but if it gets the judge's house, he might rethink his fucking move.
Oh, I would. Yeah. I'm just going to smile and nod. But yeah, if that judge had an unfortunate accident, I wouldn't grieve very much.
Right. And I'm wondering, since they were bitching about his address, I wonder if for some reason he put down a wrong address because he's afraid people are going to try to come to his house and kill him.
He didn't have any Secret Service until very recently.
Yeah, and like almost as soon as he quit. Yeah, and then they immediately were gone.
Yeah, so, I do need to do more research into it, but my opinion, and that's all it is that it was bullshit. but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Sashi is not a complete idiot.
Same here. Not completely one.
Oh. Yes.
See, just for the halibut. See if there's any other stuff going on. Oh, wait. What's this mess?
Russia fires 100 missiles.
So Zelensky is claiming that Russia sent 100 missiles to something called nearly 100 Sheheads, which is weird. I don't know what that is. In one of the largest strikes yet. I wonder
Who
if that is
fired the missiles now?
If that is actually the people with all that for that training exercise.
I wonder too. That's
Maybe
a good
they fired
point.
a bunch of missiles using all that anti aircraft, all that tank shit. Maybe they did that, got all that, and fired a bunch of shit, and then blamed Russia for it.
Maybe that's
why they didn't want Russia or anybody near there, so they wouldn't have witnesses.
I wonder. It is weird. Zelensky condemned the attack as a brazen act of terror, which I mean, I really don't blame him. I don't like the guy, but I don't blame him in this case. 100 missiles is a lot.
More than 100 missiles of various types and about 100 Sheheads, he highlighted. I don't know what the fuck that means, and I can't right-click and find out.
Right.
Like most of Russia's previous strikes, this one was equivocally cowardly, aimed at critical civilian infrastructures. See, that's weird because Putin does not go after civilian shit.
Yeah, but Belarus might.
If he was going after civilians, the death toll would be astronomical right now.
Exactly, that is correct.
But the fact that Ukraine got caught with a whole bunch of Wagner assholes popping up and a whole bunch of artillery, and they're like, oh, don't look at this, go away. No, this is just a training exercise. And now suddenly, 100 missiles struck in a civilian infrastructure. Yeah, Putin did it. I think Putin was like maybe not play the game as much, and so they have to make it look like he did something. A false flag. There we go.
Yeah.
Tragically, there are casualties. My deepest yeah, sure. He's such a weaselly little prick.
Kind of is, isn't he?
Weaselly little shit.
They tried to sell him off as a hero, but he isn't really what they say he is.
I mean, I'm not saying Putin's a great guy, but they want you to believe there's a good guy and a bad guy in any given situation. Sometimes there's two bad guys and one's an extra skeezy piece of shit.
You got it.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about Putin because look at how much our media lies to us. Who knows?
Yeah.
He might be worse. He might not be as bad. We don't fucking know.
Well,
but remember,
yeah.
it was like a year or two. I think it was like a year or two ago that something hit like a farm. And they try to say Putin did it, and then later they had to admit that it was actually an accident. It was Ukrainian.
Right.
So, yeah, everybody just kind of forgot about it in a week. I mean, I'm sure that farmer fucking
Well, our memories are awfully dim.
Well, they bombard us with so much. They want it to go, to be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like most of Russia's previous strikes, this one was equivocally cowardly, aimed at critical civilian infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. Tragically, there are casualties, blah, blah, blah. He noted that Russia's primary targets were critical infrastructure facilities, particularly in the energy sector. Works to restore what was damaged are underway. He said Putin remains true to himself, a sick creature. It's clear to everybody by now. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Right.
But it's also clear that he can only do what the world allows him to do. Weakness and inadequate response to fuel terror. I guess he probably did this because maybe he thinks America's not helping him fight this war enough.
Right.
Maybe you're just a shit leader, kid. Have you ever? I think he's younger than me. I think I don't know how old he is.
He's younger than me. I know.
How old is that little weasel?
Good question. Zelensky. Which one of these tabs do I want to use? I think I want to use this one. How old is Zelensky? Vladimir Zelensky. You know, I never thought of it before. There are two Vladimirs. He's 46.
Really? He looked
Yep.
younger. Well, either way, he's still a fucking idiot. Oh, I think I know why this happened. All right, so earlier in the year, Zelensky was not only asking for money and weapons, but he wanted long-range weapons, and we wouldn't give it to him.
Oh, that's right.
Right here, Ukraine cannot have restrictions on long-range capability when the terrorists have none. Our defenders cannot be left without weapons they need while Russia unleashes everything. If it unleashed everything in its arsenal, you guys would be completely off the map. Shut the fuck
Well,
up.
exactly.
I mean, what is Ukraine, like the size of like New York and New Jersey together?
It's a pretty good size country, actually, but
Is it? Well, it's definitely not like 8 time zones big.
No, it's not. It's nowhere near as big as the United States, but it's a lot bigger than people think
Yeah,
it is.
if Russia really used everything in its arsenal, there
It
would
would be
nothing
gone.
left on that fucking map.
I'm thinking 4 or 5 nukes and maybe
and they would be
6,
wiped out.
and
So,
Ukraine would be gone.
But this is why he did it. This is why he faked the attack from Russia.
Yeah.
Because he wanted the long range weapons we wouldn't give him, and now he's trying to make up a reason. It's right.
Yep.
That little. I knew there was something to this, and there it is. Iranian Shahed drones, North Korean ballistic missiles. America, the United Kingdom, France, and our allies hold the power to help us. So basically, he's trying to guilt all of them, which is weird. He's saying Iran.
We want more money and we want more weapons.
We need action, not words. So yeah, that's what. Oh, that little shit. I had a feeling Zelensky was behind this, and that's what he wanted. He wanted the fucking long-range weapons we didn't give him. Little shit. Fucking little prick. I'm going to keep that up. I might make a TikTok about that. But I fucking knew it had to be something to it. Because, like I said, I'm not saying that Putin's a great guy, but he doesn't usually just wipe out civilians. That's not really his thing.
Well...
Because it's not because he's necessarily a nice guy. It's because he wants people to be on his side.
Exactly.
And it's really hard to get any backing if you're killing off civilians.
Exactly.
So he wouldn't benefit at all from doing that. It would not help his cause at all. So
he at least wants his people.
He's a smart man. He may not be a good man, but he's not stupid.
No. He at least wants his people to think he's a good guy. Yeah.
But he is a power-hungry little stupid man.
Yep.
And he doesn't care who he hurts just to get what he wants.
That sounds like all of them.
Well, yes, but Putin's smarter than that.
He
may not be nicer than that, but he is smarter than that.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be a nice guy. I don't know.
I don't believe that, but I will say this, and I know no one's going to like me saying this, but
not go for it.
He's profoundly better than Stalin or than.
Well, yes, that does help a lot.
I mean,
it does help that he's not killed billions.
I know that's not a great comparison, but
it could be worse, though.
It has been. It's been
right?
profoundly worse.
I mean, in fact, apparently Russia has invited us to go over there if we're tired of the bullshit here.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's kind of nice. No other country's offering to have me over there.
Nope. That's right.
I'm too poor, but like,
I mean,
plus, I'm kind of worried about being on the receiving end of America's foreign policy, though.
Yeah,
I'm nervous about that. You know, it gets really ugly. I mean, and plus, I don't want to be somewhere where it gets like -50. Like, I don't know if Russia does it. Certain parts do. Woof. I don't want any of that.
No. Yeah, I mean, you'd want to be in some of the warmer parts of Russia. Absolutely.
And I can't learn a language that, like, I can't write a language.
It's so difficult.
I recognize.
It is so difficult. I mean, I can kind of read the Cyrillic, but I can't always tell you what the heck I've just read.
Like, I can, like if I'm looking at Latin, for instance, I can give you an idea of what it's about, but I may not be able to, I mean, if something could be for or against something, I may not know that, but I can tell you basically what the conversation's about, kind of.
Right on.
Like, there's certain words I recognize because a lot of our language is based on that.
Yeah.
But Cyrillic, holy fuck?
Yeah, I
I
studied
can't do that.
I studied it for years. So like I say, I've got the alphabet. If I
Better than me.
concentrate, I can read it, but I can't really tell you what I just read.
Better than I
So
could do. Shit. My friend Brian, he's trying to learn Russian as well. He gets time. He tries to watch like little YouTube videos telling you how to pronounce shit.
that's cool. That's really
'Cause
cool.
he wants to know Russion and German. Russian mostly though. So once in a while, like for a while there, he would like try to say like little stuff in Russian, and I'm like, huh? It makes me feel fancy, which is
Oh
fine.
yeah, no, it kind of does.
Like I
I
know how to
sometimes
say
wear some out.
hello, and
Right.
I used to know how to say like love, but I don't remember how to say that one now.
Oh crap. I
Yeah,
used to too.
like
Um,
previous is hello, but like the love, I forgot what it was, but for some reason in my mind, I'm picturing like a dresser. For some reason, I pictured a dresser when I learned it, and I don't know why. Maybe because you pull a dresser open or something.
I should remember this, but I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
look it up. Or are you doing it?
yeah, let me look it up.
Okay, I'll look it up
Russian
too.
for love. Я тебя люблю.
Hold on, let's see. Russian for I love. I love. Fuck.
Я люблю тебя.
Yeah, I don't recognize that at all.
I recognize it now that I see it, but it's
Я
just
люблю
been so
тебя.
long.
Yeah, I don't recognize this at all, so I don't know what I was remembering now.
I remember their word for work is работал. Their word for understand is говорю. Their word for car is kniги. I
That
mean,
sounds kind of funny.
there's little odds and ends that I remember, but nothing
Right.
really impressive.
Lewinsky. Shit. Oh,
Spasiba is thank you, obviously. Tovarish is comrade. Panameski is German.
right.
If I remember right, it used to be a colloquialism for idiot.
Oh, war propagandas. Putin
Yes.
will soon turn his war machine on Britain. No, they what? He has no
Say
reason to do
what?
that. There's
What?
no reason.
He's turning his war machine on Britain.
That's what he's claiming. But you know what? They claim, hey, you're going to be attacked. So they'll. All right. In October of 2022, in the dead of night, specialist troops and officials from Moscow slipped into St. Catherine's Cathedral in Kherson and exhumed the bones of the famed 18th century Russian commander Gregory Pushkin. What the? This is weird to go with the headline. He was a favorite of Empress Catherine the Great and played a critical role in the annex of Crimea in 1783. No one knows where they have gone, perhaps Moscow or Crimea, but the removal was the orders of Vladimir Putin. If you've ever wondered what drives the Russian president, this single act should give you a strong indication. It is history and Russia's place in it. Seems like
Oh
an
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm baffled by the rest of the story, but yeah,
right.
I know history is his big deal.
That seems like a weird thing, but okay. One of the battles I had with the national security establishment in the years up to February 2022 was to persuade them that despite the intelligence report and the wise head, Putin was not driven by logic nor passion to turn his country into a modern, outward looking power. He was motivated by revenge, legacy, and romance? Sounds weird. He and his, I guess, Kate, like, so I don't know how to pronounce this. What the fuck is this?
Can you share it?
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't realize I wasn't sharing it. My bad.
Sorry, that's okay.
I feel like a twit now. Okay, I'll be back to that. All right, so let's go back up. My bad. Anyway, so that's where I was at. And then, all right, so this is where apparently.
Potemkin. Oh, okay. Grigory Potemkin. Got it.
All right, so no one knows where they might have gone. Blah blah blah. 1 of the years leading up to it, to persuade that despite the intelligent sport and wise heads, Putin was not driven by logic, but by, really by revenge, legacy, and romance. Which sounds a little bit fucking weird, but
His
a lot.
Siloviki.
Yeah, past and present sauerkrauts.
Securocrats.
Securocrats.
That's basically just apparatchiks from the KGB and FSB.
Do not accept that they were culprits behind the Soviet Union they inflicted on the Russian people. They believe that they were the victims of a Western plot. I'm sort of believe it just because we never can mind our own business.
No, we can't.
We're in it not for the West's version of history. Russia would be considered to have won the Second World War single-handedly. The Cold War would never have needed to have happened because Eastern Europe, including East Germany and Poland, would have wanted to remain pressed to Moscow's bosom. I hate the word bosom because it makes me think of an old lady's cleavage.
Right.
I fucking hate that. You know, like back when you were like a kid and you had like an old aunt or something, they always had money in their cleavage. Let me get that in my bosom. I just picture an old lady's fucking like age spot cleavage. I swear to God, I hate that fucking word. I'll let you read this while I go tinkle. I'm sorry.
That's okay. The bizarre essay Putin personally wrote in June of 2021 entitled The Real Lessons of the 75th Anniversary of the World War II desperately twists facts, ignores events, and casts Russia as the savior of the world. It's an interesting way to report it. He claims that the zany Soviet pact that led to the invasion and dismembering of Poland was to the United Kingdom's benefit. In trying to recast Russia's role in the Second World War, Putin lays blame squarely with Britain and France and completely distorts the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. He makes no mention of the massacre of 20,000 Poles at Katyn by the Red Army and secret police in 1940, nor the fact that before the invasion of Poland, Russia trained with the Wehrmacht and sold tanks to them. His essay is worth a read, if only to get a sense of the man. Well, очень interesting. Don't expect reality. Expect excuses. Almost a year later, Putin penned another essay on the historical unity of Russia and the Ukrainians. Well, we all want to change the world. Putin.
Okay, I'm back.
Basically, it's not very well reported, but Putin has his own version of World War II.
I found out recently that a lot of the countries do.
Yeah,
I was watching this TikTok video, and this is not something I would normally quote in my life, but Candace Owens was interviewing Tristan Tate.
Oh, yeah?
And they were discussing how different countries. Let me see if I can find it just for the hell of it.
Well, I know the Chinese say that the Japanese had surrendered when we dropped the atomic bomb on them.
I mean, yeah.
Everything you're just walking around reporting.
Is there reason I'm doing the job? Yeah, to make money.
Okay. Can people just can call and just get.
Oh, okay, it's being like that, I guess.
Okay. No, what I mean is the Chinese teach their children that Japan had already surrendered and then we dropped the atomic bomb on them.
I do wonder because what if that's partially true? What if they surrendered after the first one and we did it a second time for the fuck of it?
Yeah, I think even as dishonest as our government is, I think some reporter would have caught on to that.
Not if there was only like one or two to spread the message to everyone else.
Yeah, possibly. But I think the Japanese would have said something by now if that were the case.
Sometimes the truth dies with people.
Yeah, possibly.
Let's see. Terrible there. How sad that so many Russian experts in foreign office. Why you gotta come up with
Why Dorsey? I have no idea who that is.
or foggy bottom missed it. What the fuck?
I don't know.
The aftermath of the Iraq War left intelligence services too cautious to make judgment calls without their product being washed through the matrix and seniors. Often the middle-ranking intelligence officers who have lived and breathed with the enemy for 20 years is kept so far from the background that ministers don't get the instinct or the judgment they really need. I feel like this is a lot of
That's
shit.
a different article, isn't it?
It shouldn't be.
So it doesn't seem to have anything to do with Putin at all, as far as I can tell.
I think this is just some fluff. And they just started filling it up with extra junk at the bottom that nobody cares about.
Yeah, Ben Wallace.
I mean, and they had to add like him digging up a body. First off, we don't even know he actually did that, because remember, like 1 or 2 live streams ago, it was saying how the Palestinians were supposedly digging up bodies.
Right. Yeah.
And I can show you articles that like it was actually Israel that was tearing up the graves, not the Palestinians.
Right.
Because they hold their cemetery sacred. They don't hold anyone else's cemetery
Right.
sacred.
Right.
And before the October War, there was plenty of footage and evidence showing that there were cemeteries in the Gaza area that had Muslim and Jewish and like other foreign, like I guess, soldiers buried there, and the grass was kept cut and the stones were kept maintained. And so the Muslims in that area were actually keeping properly maintained cemeteries for everyone. So it seems weird they would. And also, do remember that for the longest time, and we heard about this long before this year happened or last year happened, that there was a church there, a very old one. And there was like a trust thing going on with the Muslims and the Christians, that the Muslims had a key to the church and the Christians had a key to the mosque, and they would make sure they would help open up every morning for each other.
Okay.
They had a long-standing understanding for generations. So that doesn't sound like somebody who's going to go around digging up graves. That
Right.
Years.
Right.
That pattern doesn't track. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah. Remember, in World War II, one of the reasons we jumped into the European mess of that is because basically everybody was fed this propaganda that, you know, the angry failed art student was going to come after us, and we're going to be. Because I grew up most of my life hearing, well, if we had fought World War II, we'd be speaking German now. Did you ever hear that fucking bullshit?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
And odds are he probably would not have actually tried to do that, because he was getting kind of run thin as it was. Like,
yeah, he had Russia and Britain to worry about.
he didn't even want fucking Britain. Like, I think he even wrote to like Britain and told them, like, I don't want smoke with y'all. Like, he actually tried to tell them he didn't want to have any fucking heat with them. But they ended up getting into it anyway. But
yeah,
like, he wasn't trying to get into it with all of them. So I don't really believe that Putin is going to go after Britain, because his whole thing was wanting to get that Crimea area back.
Yeah,
Britain
yeah,
has
exactly.
nothing to do with that. He might want to go after a couple of specific British people who might be antagonizing the war, sure.
Right.
But he's not going after the country he's not going after England by itself for like no fucking reason. I highly doubt that. It wouldn't
Right.
make sense. He's got all this silly shit going on. Like, he's getting blamed for missiles that fucking Zelensky did. Like, he's not trying to go after England. Nobody fucking wants England. I don't fucking want England.
I don't want it now. Not the way
it's a
they're
fucking
mismanaging
mess
it.
Now you get to go to jail for 6 years for telling a bitch she's fat on the internet. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Mm-mm. Nobody wants fucking England. Wow, I could probably get away with talking more shit in Russia than I could in England.
Well,
I'd probably just told them a dumbass and I should go.
if you believe the Russell Brand video, there were 400. Well, no, wait. There were 3,000 English arrested for social media criticism.
I believe it.
As opposed to 200 in Russia.
Oh. Well.
More than 10 times as many in England.
Cousin Potato, who lives in Ireland, he was telling me how some lady and like posted the word fuck, and apparently she's like 86, which sounds weird that she would say that, and it sounds like I feel like there's more to it. Like maybe she said fuck, I don't know, Maggie Thatcher,
The king or something. Yeah.
fuck somebody in particular. You don't just post the word fuck with like no context. It seems weird, but nonetheless, she's like in her 90s, I think, and they arrested her.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me! Like that is fucking. I don't care if she said fuck Tony Blair or whoever the fuck's over there right now.
Well,
All of
that
them.
used to be okay to say, but now I guess it's not.
Right? And so honestly, I think like, if anything, Putin would probably make that, he'd probably class up the joint. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, trust me, that man has shown an amazing amount of patience with everyone. He has not wiped everybody off the map, although it would be difficult with that whole mutually assured destruction bit.
Yeah. I think
that would
that,
suck.
I don't know, but I think that's what prevents everybody really
Right?
from using one.
I hope so, because I don't want to be glowing in the dark. Fuck that.
Right on. Yeah, I would rather just watch Fallout rather than live it.
Let's see. Here it's claiming if Iran is pushing pro-Hamas campus unrest, Biden and Harris must admit it. They're going to admit shit. And besides, they're getting. I think they're mad because the usually left-leaning protesters are now leaning against them.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they're really upset because they have fucked up so bad that even a lot of the left is like, man, fuck you, Harris.
Well, this is what.
And they're panicking about it.
This is what I can't understand about my liberal friends. The liberals are running away from them.
Right.
Why are you still holding? I mean, I'm not saying run to Trump. I'm not saying that, but
well, they feel like they don't have a choice, and thanks to certain judges, they're not going to have much of a choice.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
They have fucked up so royally that even what's the term? Dog-eared Democrats are like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what RFK was.
Right.
But
let's see.
Well,
and postured for an Iranian attack. What? Fucking better not be. Let me make this small again. Let me see if there's just something I could read. Now they always have it like that. Apparently, the U.S. is prepared and postured for an Iranian attack against Israel. Well, it's not like they hadn't fucking asked for it. They've been constantly attacking Iran.
Right.
What did they think was going to fucking happen? That's like some fucking kid keeps hitting you, and then when you get mad, the parent's like, don't you treat my baby like that.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what's going on. They keep getting hit. Iran's like, stop fucking hitting us or we're going to do something. They keep threatening, like, we're going to do something, quit. And they keep fucking doing it. So fucking kick their ass. I mean, like I said, I don't like Iran, but I feel like in a way Iran would be easier to fight because the whole Israel thing, their little cancerous talons are so intertwined into everything that like just zapping it might be the only thing to fucking fix this mess. It is more socially acceptable to hate Iran and fight them that we at least wouldn't have to worry about the fucking nuance of it.
Right.
So, go get them, buddy. I mean, I fucking hate Iran. I hate the way they fucking treat people. Like, don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
But, like, I feel like they would be an easier enemy to fight in a way. And so, like, but I think this has been fun.
It has been. I'm sorry I'm kind of running out of steam at the end here. But,
me too. I was looking at a few headlines. I was looking at a few headlines because I didn't know if anybody else was. I didn't want anybody to feel like deflated or like whatever. But yeah.
Deflated.
But it is always awesome hanging out with you. And
it is
awesome.
Great hanging out with you.
And it's lovely hanging out with Daniel and Miss Frosty and Anzo and Sashi. Well, I'm surprised we didn't have more people this evening.
I scared them away.
I doubt that highly. I'd love to see you.
I love the community. There's so many good people out here.
I even tried starting it closer to 7 because usually when I do it at 6, it kind of doesn't.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out the nuances and things.
Right.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe I don't know, maybe 8 o'clock is a good time to start on Mondays, but maybe like the rest of the week 7 is I don't know.
No, I
I'm,
know.
I'm
I
trying to figure it
mean,
out too.
no, I trust me. I wish I knew. Uh, I, I'm sure you have the same problem, but I try so hard not to get in the middle of everyone else's streams, but you
Right.
always do,
Right,
you
because there's
know?
always going to be somebody streaming.
Yeah.
And
And
so,
which
yeah,
is
there's a few
great.
times where I didn't check first, or like, even if I did and I don't see anyone live, and then I go live, and then 10 minutes later, my shit's going off telling me like 10 people went live. Well,
Right.
motherfucker. Like,
Right. Well, I know I've been bad about last minute. Like I'm still trying to decide when I want. I'm really thinking about doing one at midnight tonight, but
well, I mean, it would fit the name.
yeah, exactly. Well, I'm off this week, and I don't really have any. I mean, tomorrow is one of the few days I don't have anything planned for this vacation. And I thought, it might be fun to do something at midnight. The only trouble is I don't know what I really want to talk about. But
Huh. Well, sorry. Well,
yeah,
there's still a lot. Well, some of those were headlines from like a day or so or more old. So, like when we end this, we could probably take a glance at some of the headlines to see if anything strikes your fancy.
yeah, we probably could. That sounds good.
Well, we send out our hugs to Daniel and Miss Frosty and Anzo and Sashi and the others who may have been watching and just didn't comment. We love you all.
Love to everyone.
And you thinking about going live tonight? You said?
I'm thinking. I haven't
All
made up
right.
my mind yet, but I'm
Well,
thinking about it.
Well, everybody keep an eye on his channel, so if he does go live, we can come and visit him.
Do you know
And,
if Raquel is doing anything tonight?
I don't know. She
Because
hasn't
if she
messaged
is,
me,
I
but she
won't.
might be playing a game or something. I don't know.
Right
But
on. Right on.
she knows I don't do that, so she doesn't invite me to those, and like I don't invite her to the politics thing.
I understand.
We
You
meet in the
just
middle
do
of
the other
movies
stuff.
and hang out.
Right on.
But I mean, we can message her and see if she's up to something.
That might not be the worst idea ever. Let's see. I know I've got her somewhere in here.
All right, if you want, you can send the invite to this, so we can hang out back here after we end it, and she can come talk to us here if you want.
Okay. Let me.
Because, like I said, my shit don't right click. I had to send you the invite on my phone. I couldn't do it with my phone.
I understand.
I was like,
All right.
and I was sitting here like, he hasn't shown up yet. I went, oh fuck, I forgot to send him the link. Damn it!
That's all good.
I feel like such a dumbass.
Paste.
I was like, he's leaving it to the last minute, huh? Oh wait, that's me.
If you would like to hang out backstage, Moira and I are talking about whether anyone is going live tonight.
Yeah.
All righty.
And I just realized how cute our like avatars match, kind of.
Well, it's the only cat avatar I've got.
Well, then I'm gonna have to send you some. I'm gonna have to find you some cat avatars just for you and send them to you. So that way you have your choice of them. Because there's certain things I type in that brings me certain results, and so yeah. But to everybody out there, we love you, and we will. Oh, wrong thing. And I'll play out. What is that Family Guy? Like,
The outro.
Like, play me out, Charlie. Or like,
Welcome to the ship show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, what the fuck? And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock.